Fight fans, welcome back to Carl Perza MMA. I'm Carl Perza. Today I'm with a special guest. My guest getting ready to make his UFC debut Saturday, April 4th, taking on Robert Ruchala. He is Mr. Jose Delano. Jose, man, what's going on? How's it going?
I'm okay, man, and very excited to make my debut in UFC. Will be nice, very nice.
Absolutely. The last time I talked to you was earlier last summer, right before the Contender Series. You went out and had an amazing contest against Manuel Esposito, one of the fights of the Contender Series. Were able to get your contract. What was that like?
Man, I'm living a dream now. It's a lot of work, and I'm get my treasure for now, my gift for all years of training and dedication. And now I'm gonna make my debut. It's a dream, man. I'm living a dream. I'm very happy, very excited, and you can expect nothing better than the other fight. The same Jose Delano, even better, even better. More punches, more kicks, more spinning heel kicks, everything. You guys gonna like it. Enjoy it.
Were you surprised at how tough Manuel was?
Man, we from Latin America. We are very tough, so I expected a tough guy. So, but he was more tough, I don't know the word, more tough than I ever think it. But was a nice fight. Make the fight more brilliant, more excited for you fans.
Absolutely. After the contest, did you have a good idea that you were going to get the contract? Was there any doubt in your mind?
Man, how I say that, I'm not worried, disturbing that, because I felt I done a good fight. I felt I give everything in the octagon. So if the contract comes or not, I'm not thinking, I'm not talking about that. I'm only very grateful to God to do the best, and I give the best in the octagon. So I only thanks. And after I was walking, and my masters told me, "You are in, you are in." He signed the contract. What? I mean, and you can saw in the videos my surprised face, but I'm not expecting. I'm just very grateful in that time because I have done a very very good fight.
What was it like going back to Brazil knowing that you were a UFC fighter?
Man, my how I say that, I'm feeling now I am UFC fighter. When I come back to Brazil, there's nothing changed. The same routine. I have to do my lessons to my students, to train the same guys, the same people. My life don't change too much. But for now, coming here in Vegas, visiting the PI some days, so I'm starting to know well. Now I am UFC fighter, like he's right here.
We've talked about it before. There's a lot of sacrifices of being a professional fighter. Before you make it to the UFC, you're not making millions of dollars. You're waking up early, you're staying up late, you're missing everything just maybe to get where you're at. You achieved it. You're in the biggest promotion in the world right now. Being on the Contender Series, winning, did it allow you to look back and reflect on the journey at all?
Every day, man. I look back and I say thank you for the how I say that, the younger Jose Delano. He say yes every day. He want to give up. He say no. I will go in because of Jesus. I have Jesus. I go forward. No one can stop me. No, I don't have to be fear. I have to be fearless because God is with me. He's in front of me. He's clearing my destiny. So all I have to do is not give up, do what I have to do today, because the problem of today is my solution. I have to solution the problem of today. Tomorrow will be another problem, and we're gonna do that every day, thinking about what I have to do in the day. So I only thanks the younger Jose Delano because he told he go forward even the problems shows up.
You're a very mentally strong fighter. You can really hear it when you talk. Has that come naturally for you?
Man, I think was my life in the army, was my faith in Jesus Christ. He teach me a lot of maturity from self-control, some emotional self-control. So I think this is how I say that it's adjectives a fighter, pro fighter will have to be. So I thank God for that. In my life, my parents' education, that's the tough. I think the how the phrase is calm sea don't make a good sailor. So I don't have I pass through a lot of how I say the storms. So that maybe be who I am.
How do you think you have grown and evolved since your time competing in martial arts?
It's very tough, very sacrifices. You have to enjoy what you are doing. It's not easy. Be hurt every day, get punches on your face, and I said when I get in Rio de Janeiro the first time, everyone beat me. Every day I was beat every time. So I'm gonna getting better every day. So this makes my heart better in resilience. You don't give up easily with the problems in the world. So I think that what MMA give me more resilience, emotional control because you have to get a punch in your face and still calm. You don't get angry. You're gonna get more a lot of punch. You have to be calm to analyze what you have to do and do what you have to do. So in the life, I think is the same. It's every day a fight. You have to be calm. When you get punched, you have to make look what you have to do, make a good strategy to do the better way to resolve the problems.
Now that you're in the UFC, do you feel like the journey really begins now?
Yeah, man, it's another phase. I passed through a lot of things. Well, I'm here now. It's another ladder to walk, step by step, foot on the ground, Jesus in front of me, directing me when I have to do, what I have to say, what I have to go. So I think it's the same. It's not have to do nothing different in my life. I say I have to continue to do what I have to do, putting God in the front, training a lot, trusting my coaches, and enjoy what God have to me.
So you're making your debut on Saturday. You're taking on Robert Ruchala. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent?
He's a tough guy, a nice striker, a nice grappler. You guys will enjoy very much because he go forward, I go forward. So it's gonna be a war inside the octagon, in the middle of octagon. But I think I have a little more, how I know, technique, more of striking. So he's very, how I say, have a big heart. Go forward, strike. I have a big heart too. I prove that in a lot of fights I make it, but I think I'm a few more knowledge. I don't know the word, more technical, mental technical. I do more strategy. So but if in the middle of fight we start to war in the middle, like Holloway, go there. I don't know. It will be what you guys gonna enjoy it. I gonna make what my coach told me to do, but in the fight, man, the star. I don't know. We will fight and whatever it takes, we're gonna do there.
When I saw this fight, I got super excited. And then I got even more excited when I saw it's in the Apex. It's going to be in the smaller cage. Do you like that? Does that fit your style more?
Man, I don't think is a problem. I fought there last fight, so for me it's better because I'm more, how I say, I already fight there. So for me, don't make difference. I move a lot.
You
You'll
know,
be
in
the
my
same.
in my opinion, you're one of the most entertaining fighters out there. You only go forward, you don't go backwards every time you put on a show. Now, fight of the night bonuses are $100,000. Has that maybe went through your head? If things go right, we could have a really good trip to Vegas.
Man, I try not to think about this because I never fought by the money. I start to gain a few of more of money for now because I mean a good event. in LFA too. Now in UFC, I'm being better paid, but I don't think about, but can change my life, But only if God will. I'm go there. I'm gonna do my job every time. The same Jose Delano going forward, going only to the fight. If I knock him or submit him and I deserve the bonus, we'll say God will. If God will, I will receive. I don't have to worry or think about it, you know.
Absolutely. One thing that really made you stick out to me, when you look at your topology, when you look at your records, you have fought nothing but guys with winning records. Guys who are 14-1, 10-1, 7-1. You don't take easy fights. You did this or you don't take hard fights or easy fights. You only take hard fights. I can't even talk. You showed this on the regional scene. With taking that high level competition, do you really think that's helping you and preparing you for what's about to come?
Of course, I think in the beginning, you have to fight against the same level, And when you go in high, 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 you have to fight against high guys because if you don't, how I say that, if you don't get good guys to fight, you don't go evolution, You will stay, you don't grow up, you will don't upgrade, you will be the same. So I have to fight against the best. If I lost, okay, I have to train more to be better and come again and try again. If I won, I want to fight against the best, man, because only that way we're gonna grow up. We have to pain, to feel pain, to not be comfortable. So I'm gonna fight against a tough guy, the toughest guy I think in my career, and will be very, very nice, very, very, how I say that, exciting to fight against a guy. Ruchala have fought a lot of Russians guy in Russian, KS double. So will be very nice, and I prove a lot of time I fought against the best. This is one more step, and I'm very excited to prove to the world again who am I.
Absolutely. One guy that you fought on the regional scene, Gabriel Santos, a guy who beat you in LFA. You guys are now both in the UFC. Have you ever considered maybe running that one back in the UFC?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, we are friends for now. In contender, he was, how I say, uh,
Cheering?
cheering for me. He told me, and when I get my contract, he told me, "Congratulations, bro." And I told him, "Man, we only gonna fight if you have to be in the rank very, very high. So if we're gonna make a title shot or something like that, we fight. But even like that, I don't want to fight to you." And he said, "I'm the same, bro. We only have to fight if will be something like title shot or principal fight, like Santos versus Delano fight night, something like that, because we are Brazilian, man. We want to fight against the other. We have tough life in Brazil, So he had his family. I pray for him and his family, and he prays for me and my family. So I don't want to fight to him. If I have to choose, I don't want to fight to him anymore.
For you, what's the ultimate dream? What do you want to accomplish now that you're in the UFC?
Man, it's funny, but my personal dream is to marry and make a family. So if UFC can provide this to me, I only want to fight. If I go to the rank, will be consequence of my fights. And for now, I'm only want to be in the event and make a good job and stay in the event with a good look. Everybody wants me in the event. That's my desire for now. Be in UFC and make a good job there.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, I want to talk about some big fights coming up. I want to get your predictions on who's going to win some of these big matchups we got. After you're done fighting, the main event is Renato Moicano and Chris Duncan. Who's going to win that fight?
Moicano!
Absolutely. We got another big one coming up just in a couple of weeks here. We got Yuri Prochazka taking on Carlos Ulberg for that 205 title. Who wins that?
Prochazka, I think.
Absolutely. The main event there, another title bout. You got Joshua Ban and Tatsuro Taira for the 125 title. Who do you think wins that one?
Man, maybe Joshua.
All right, last one. We got a big one, May 9th. You have a big middleweight championship contest between Sean Strickland and Khamzat Chimaev. Who do you think pulls that one out?
Man, I think Chimaev.
We just talked about some of the best fighters in the world right now. You're in the same promotion as them. When you're watching the big fights, when you're training with some of the bigger name guys, do you get any inspiration from them? Does that inspire you?
Man, I'm a how I say that. I like to fight, but I don't like to watch fight. I watch my friends fight sometimes, and some guys like Holloway, I'm fan, and Gage, Charles do Bronx. I like to saw these guys, but I don't like to enjoy a night of fights watching. I like to in Brazil. Sleep early, so I usually saw the fight in the next day, and so I don't like to see a lot of fights, but I like very much Holloway, Gage. These guys are tough guys. So these two guys are my favorite. Topuria, Ilya Topuria, awesome.
Like those guys you mentioned has fought in your 145 division in the past. When you look at the featherweight rankings right now, it's full of killers, nothing but great fighters. Does that excite you knowing that once you climb up the ranks, you're getting nothing but killers?
Man, it's the toughest category. I think it is the most hard category. Have the better strikers, better grappling. This is nice because I'm in there, so I can say I'm one of the best fighters of the world. I'm very excited, man. I'm very happy to be in UFC, and in this division is very, very hard.
For you, how much fun are you having right now in your career? Fun?
It's very fun, man. I'm very happy, very fun. But what was what I say, nothing changed in my life yet. I'm UFC fighter, but I'm still the same Jose Delano. I have a lot of friends. Nothing changed a lot because the fame of UFC. I have the same fun yet, but I think I will enjoy the fights, and maybe this will change. I have more and more fun. I don't know. Let's see.
All right, Jose, last question for you, my friend. In a perfect world, what is the outcome Saturday night when you make your UFC debut against Robert Ruchala?
The best will be a knockout in the first round with a bonus. This is the best scenario, but it's in God's hand. If he wants me to fight 3 rounds and get a performance of the night, it will be very nice. But I will have to rest a lot. But let us see.
Absolutely. Well, Jose, man, thank you so much for talking with me again. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait to watch this fight. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you so much, man. I'm sorry about my English. I'm still learning. Only one thing I want to say. Know Jesus Christ. He's the way, the life, and the truth. And your life depends of that, okay? Search for God and you will find him if you search him with all your heart and all your knowledge. That's what I want to say.
Awesome. Well, Jose, man, thank you. It's it for us today. I'm Carl Prusa. He is Mr. Jose Delano. You can watch him making his UFC debut Saturday. Taking up Robert Ruchala. Fight fans, you don't want to miss. This is my paper fight of the night. Take care.